I cheated on my ex with a man my mom set me up with and got pregnant. Now I'm begging him to be the dad. But his final words left my family in shock. I should have known something was wrong when my girlfriend's mother started being nice to me. 3 years. That's how long Lena and I had been together. 3 years of building something I thought was solid. I'm Fabian, 28, and I work as a firefighter here in the city. Not exactly rolling in money, but I do alright. Good benefits, stable job, and I genuinely love what I do. Saving lives hits different when it's your calling, you know? Met Lena at a charity 5K run my department organized. She was volunteering at the water station, handed me a cup with this smile that just stopped me cold. Marketing consultant, 26, way out of my league, or so I thought. But we clicked. Hard. Like puzzle pieces that had been looking for each other. 18 months in, we got our own place. Nothing fancy, 2-bedroom apartment near the park, but it was ours. Sunday morning coffee on the balcony, her stealing my hoodies, me pretending to be annoyed. The whole deal. Her mother though? Vivian was something else entirely. Retired family court lawyer, the kind of woman who wore pearls to grocery shop and had opinions about everything. First time I met her, she looked at me like I was something she'd scrape off her shoe. But lately? Last 6 months or so? She'd been different. Fabian's a real hero, she'd tell anyone who'd listen. Not many men run into burning buildings for strangers. Should have trusted my gut. Compliments from Vivian felt like sugar-coated razor blades. The ring was already bought. 2 months from now, our anniversary, I was going to propose at the same park where we had our first kiss. Had it all planned out, her favorite flowers, photographer hiding in the bushes, the works. Ramon, my brother, said I was going overboard, but when you know, you know. Babe, my mom wants me to meet this guy. She said it casual, like mentioning the weather. Tuesday night, I was meal prepping for the week, she was scrolling through her phone on the couch. What guy? I asked, not really paying attention. Tucker something. Commercial real estate broker. Mom says he could help with my career, maybe get me some big contracts. I looked up from my chicken and rice. That's great, babe. Networking's important in your field. She bit her lip, that thing she did when something was bothering her. It would be a dinner thing. Just us two. Mom says group settings aren't good for business discussions. A tiny alarm bell went off in my head, but I pushed it down. This is Lena. My Lena. The girl who cried watching animated movies and left me post-it notes in my lunch bag. If it'll help your career, go for it, I said, meaning it. Just tell this Tucker guy you've got a boyfriend who bench presses cars for fun. She laughed, but it didn't reach her eyes. You're the best. It's Thursday night, okay? Thursday came and went. She left looking professional, black dress, subtle makeup, her lucky briefcase. Kissed me goodbye, said she'd be home by 10. 10 p.m. became 11. Then midnight. She walked in at 12:47 a.m. How'd it go? I asked from the couch where I'd been pretending to watch TV and not worry. Fine. Good. Really good, actually. She wouldn't look at me, just kicked off her heels and headed straight for the bedroom. He had some interesting ideas about leveraging social media for B2B engagement. That's great, babe. Come here, tell me about it. I'm exhausted, Fabian. Can we talk tomorrow? She disappeared into the bathroom. I heard the shower running. At 1 a.m. After a business dinner. I sat there on the couch, telling myself I was being paranoid. This was Lena. She loved me. We were building a life together. Her mother finally approved of me. Everything was perfect. The shower ran for 45 minutes. When she finally came to bed, she stayed on her side, faced away from me. I reached over, tried to pull her close like always. Not tonight, she whispered. I'm just really tired. The space between us in that bed felt like an ocean. I stared at the ceiling, listening to her breathing, and for the first time in 3 years, I couldn't tell if she was actually asleep or just pretending. 3 months. That's how long it took for my relationship to become unrecognizable. After that dinner with Tucker, Lena turned into someone I didn't know. Working late became her new normal, sometimes until 10, 11 p.m. Her phone grew a password where there'd never been one. When it buzzed, she'd flip it face down like it was second nature. Big campaign, she'd say. Davidson Industries wants a complete rebrand. It's make or break for my promotion. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to believe her so bad it physically hurt. The intimacy died slowly, then all at once. First it was I'm too stressed. Then my head's destroying me. Then just nothing. She'd turn away, and I'd lie there wondering when I became someone she couldn't stand to touch. "You're being paranoid," she said when I finally worked up the nerve to ask what was wrong. We were making dinner, or I was, while she sat at the counter typing furiously on her laptop. "This is what you wanted, right? Me advancing my career? Now you can't handle that I'm busy?" "That's not what I'm saying." "Then what are you saying, Fabian? That I'm cheating? That I'm some kind of..." She slammed her laptop shut. "You know what? I can't do this right now. Mom's right, you're being controlling." "Your mom? What does Vivian have to do with?" "Nothing. Forget it." Vivian started showing up more. Wednesday lunches. Saturday brunches. Always when I was on shift. They'd huddle in our living room, conversations dying the second I walked through the door. Vivian would give me this smile, all teeth, no warmth. "Fabian. How's our hero? Lena and I were just discussing. Girl things." "Girl things. Right." I threw myself into being the perfect boyfriend. Cooked her favorite meals. Sent flowers to her office. Planned date nights she'd cancel last minute. Ramon said I was being a doormat, but what else could I do? You don't throw away 3 years without fighting for it. The Saturday that changed everything started normal enough. I was coming off a 24-hour shift, exhausted but determined to spend time with her. Walked into our apartment to find Lena on the couch, tears streaming down her face. "Baby, what's wrong?" I dropped my gear bag, rushed to her side. She looked at me with those green eyes I fell in love with, bottom lip trembling. "I need to tell you something." My heart stopped. This was it. The affair confession. The breakup. The end. "I'm pregnant." The world tilted. "You're... what?" 8 weeks. She grabbed my hands, tears flowing harder. "I know we didn't plan this, I know it's not the right time, but... pregnant." The word felt foreign in my mouth. "We're having a baby?" She nodded, searching my face. Are you angry?" "Angry?" I was terrified. Confused. But looking at her, vulnerable and scared, something else won over. Love. Pure, stupid love. "Come here," I pulled her into my arms. "We're having a baby. Holy S word, we're having a baby." She sobbed into my chest, body shaking. "You're not mad?" "Mad? Lena, this is..." "Yeah, it's unexpected, but it's us. Our baby." I pulled back, cupped her face. "We're going to be parents." "You'll be there? Through everything?" "Where else would I be? This is our family." She kissed me then, desperate and deep, like she hadn't in months. For a moment, everything felt right again. The distance, the weird behavior, the secrets, maybe it was just stress. Maybe she'd been scared about the pregnancy. "I love you," I whispered against her lips. She pulled back, eyes darting away. I should call my mom. Tell her you took it well." "Tell her I took it well? You already told Vivian?" "She was with me when I took the test." "I was scared, Fabian." Something cold settled in my stomach. "Right. Of course." I held her while she called her mother, trying to ignore how she wouldn't say those 3 words back. Trying to ignore how her hand trembled against mine. Trying to ignore the voice in my head screaming that something was very, very wrong. But I was going to be a father. Nothing else mattered. Right? I became the father I wished I'd had. Every prenatal appointment, I was there. Front row. Taking notes like my life depended on it. The doctor probably thought I was insane, asking about vitamin levels and developmental milestones for a fetus the size of a grape. "You don't have to come to all of these," Lena said after the 3rd appointment. "I know your schedule's tight." "Are you kidding? This is our baby's first pictures." I held up the ultrasound photo. "Look at that. That little blob right there is going to call me Dad." She smiled, but it was tired. Everything about her seemed tired lately. I picked up extra shifts. Overnight calls, holiday coverage, anything that paid time and a half. Ramon called me an idiot for working myself to death, but he didn't get it. That college fund wasn't going to build itself. The nursery needed furniture. Cribs that didn't look like death traps cost a fortune. The spare room transformation became my obsession. Soft yellow walls, gender neutral. Hand-painted trees with little birds. I spent 3 nights assembling a crib that claimed to need minimal assembly but came with instructions that looked like IKEA had a stroke. Vivian practically moved in during month 3. Always there with prenatal vitamins, organic foods, books about superior genetics and breeding success. That's actually what she called it. Breeding success. Like we were show dogs. The baby's going to have such strong features, she'd say, studying Lena's growing belly. Those genes. Exceptional potential. Weird thing to say, but Vivian was weird, so whatever. What destroyed me was the distance. Lena wouldn't let me touch her stomach half the time. It's sensitive, she'd claim. The doctor said some women just don't like being touched during pregnancy. Certain appointments, she'd schedule when I was on shift. Just routine stuff, she'd insist. Blood work. Boring. My friends started disappearing from our life. Hooker night? I need you here. Weekend basketball? What if something happens? Soon it was just me, her, and Vivian's constant presence. 5 months in, Vivian announced she was hosting a family barbecue. To celebrate the newest addition to our family. The way she said our made my skin crawl, but Lena was excited. First time I'd seen her genuinely happy in weeks. The Richardson family backyard was exactly what you'd expect. Pristine lawn, string lights, caterer served appetizers no one could pronounce. I stuck out like a firefighter at a country club. Which, basically, I was. Lena's aunts whispered behind manicured hands. Her uncles gave me these looks, pity? Confusion? One cousin straight up walked away mid-conversation when I tried to make small talk. Don't mind them, Lena said, squeezing my hand. They're just traditional. Traditional. Right. Code for think you're not good enough. I was nursing a beer by the pool house, watching Lena chat with relatives, when her cousin Brianna stumbled over. 24, bartender at some trendy place downtown, already 3 drinks past tipsy. Fabian. She threw an arm around my shoulder. How's the daddy-to-be? Good, Brianna. You should probably have some water. Water's for fish. She grabbed my beer, took a swig. You know, you're nicer than I thought you'd be. Thanks? No, seriously. When Aunt Viv said Lena was dating some firefighter, we all thought, she made a vague gesture. But you're actually cool. Sucks that you're just. Just what? She blinked, seeming to realize she was talking. Nothing. Nothing. Hey, you wanna know a secret? Brianna, you're drunk. Exactly. Drunk people tell the best secrets. She leaned in conspiratorially. Aunt Viv's been so excited lately. Like, more than usual. Keeps telling everyone about how the baby's going to have the perfect father. My chest warmed a bit. Well, that's nice that she... Yeah, she won't shut up about Tucker, Brianna giggled. Says he's got the perfect genetics for... The world stopped. What did you just say? Brianna's eyes went wide, sobering slightly. I said. Oh. OS word. She looked around frantically. You know about Tucker, right? The real. Oh my god, you don't know? Brianna's face went from drunk pink to ghost white in 2 seconds flat. Forget I said anything. She tried to back away, but I caught her arm. Gentle, but firm. Brianna. What about Tucker? I'm drunk. I don't know what I'm saying. Her eyes darted around the yard like she was looking for an escape route. I should go find some water? The real what? You said the real something. She swallowed hard. The party noise around us felt distant, muffled, like we were underwater. Fabian, please. I shouldn't have. The real father? The words hung between us. She didn't deny it. Didn't laugh it off as a misunderstanding. Just stood there, tears forming in her eyes. Aunt Viv is going to destroy me, she whispered. My legs felt disconnected from my body. Tell me everything. I can't. Brianna. Please. Maybe it was the please that did it. Or maybe she just couldn't carry the weight anymore. She pulled me further from the party, behind the pool house where no one could see us. It started before you even met him, she said, words tumbling out fast. Aunt Viv had this whole plan. She knows Tucker's family from the country club. Old money. His dad owns half the commercial properties downtown. My stomach churned. A plan? She called you a placeholder once. At Easter dinner. Said Lena was just marking time until someone suitable came along. And the pregnancy? Brianna looked like she might throw up. They've been together since 2 months after that first dinner. Maybe sooner. Aunt Viv would cover for her, give her alibis. She'd tell everyone how perfect Tucker's genetics were, how the baby would have every advantage. But Lena told me, they were going to let you raise it. The words came out in a rush. Until Tucker was ready to be a father. He's not. He doesn't want kids yet. But Aunt Viv figured if you did all the hard stuff first. I turned away, gripped the fence until my knuckles went white. The yard spun. Everyone knows? Just family. Aunt Viv made sure of that. She's been bragging about how perfectly she orchestrated everything. The past 5 months replayed in my head. Every doctor's appointment she went to alone. Every time she turned away from my touch. Every whispered conversation with Vivian that stopped when I entered the room. Fabian? Brianna touched my shoulder. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I straightened up. Took a breath. Then another. Thank you for telling me. What are you going to do? Good question. My first instinct involved things that would cost me my job and freedom. But no. Not here. Not now. I need to talk to Lena. I walked back to the party like I was heading to a structure fire. Calm. Focused. Ready. Found Lena by the dessert table, laughing at something her aunt said. She looked beautiful. Glowing. Carrying another man's baby. Can I talk to you for a minute? She must have seen something in my face because her smile faltered. Is everything okay? Just need a minute. Private. Vivian appeared like smoke. Everything all right, Fabian? You look pale. Just need to talk to Lena. About what? Vivian's eyes narrowed. Private matters. There are no private matters in a family. Now. Maybe it was my tone. Maybe it was my expression. But Vivian stepped back, and Lena followed me to the side yard, away from everyone. What's wrong? She asked. You're scaring me. Tucker. One word. That's all it took. Her face crumbled. Fabian. Is he the father? She opened her mouth. Closed it. Opened it again. I don't know what you're. Lena. Look me in the eyes and tell me I'm the father of that baby. She couldn't do it. Just stood there, tears rolling down her cheeks, hand on her belly. How long? It's not what you think. How long? 2 months after the dinner. But Fabian, I love you. You love me? I laughed, bitter and sharp. You've been sleeping with him for months. You let me build a nursery. Let me work myself to death for a baby that isn't even mine. I wanted it to be yours. I wished. Your mother knew the whole time. It wasn't a question, but she nodded anyway. I turned and walked away. Where are you going? She grabbed my arm. Fabian, please. We can work through this. The baby needs a father. I stopped. Looked at her one last time. Yeah. Maybe you should call Tucker about that. I walked through the party, past the whispers, past Vivian's shocked face, past the relatives who'd known all along. Got in my truck. Started the engine. Pulled out my phone and sent one text to Ramon. I need your help with something. Can you be ready at 5 a.m.? Then I drove away from the life I thought I was building, toward whatever came next. Ramon didn't ask questions when I showed up at his door at 11 p.m. Just handed me a beer and pointed to his couch. You look like hell. Feel worse. Want to talk about it? Tomorrow. Tonight I just need to plan. He nodded, threw me a pillow. Guest room's yours if you want it. I didn't sleep. Spent the night making lists on my phone. Bank accounts. Lease agreements. Everything I'd tangled with Lena's life over 3 years. By 5 a.m., I had a plan. You sure about this? Ramon asked as we sat in his kitchen, coffee steaming between us. The baby isn't mine. Jesus. He set down his mug hard. You want me to? No. No violence. No drama. I just need help moving fast. First stop, Bank of America, right when they open at 8 a.m. The joint savings had $94,000. My half plus what I'd added for the baby. The teller's eyes widened when I withdrew exactly $47,000 in a cashier's check. Closing the account? She asked. Just my portion. Leave the rest. Next, the apartment. Lease was month to month, thank God. Property manager was surprised to see me. Moving out? But Lena just renewed. Removing myself from the lease. She can keep it or not. That's her choice. The movers Ramon arranged arrived at noon. 4 hours to pack 3 years. My clothes. My tools. The gaming system. Left everything we'd bought together. Even the coffee maker I used every morning. The nursery stopped me cold. All that work. Those painted birds I'd spent hours perfecting. The crib that nearly broke me assembling. I stood in the doorway for maybe 30 seconds. Then closed it and kept packing. My phone exploded around 2 p.m. 43 missed calls. Texts flooding in. Where are you? Please come home. We need to talk. This is insane. You're overreacting. The baby needs you. I blocked her number. Then Vivian's. Then started my phone's factory reset. You sure you want to do this? The phone store kid asked. You'll lose everything. That's the point. New number. New plan. Nobody got it except Ramon and my captain at work. Speaking of work, Chief Brennan didn't even look surprised when I walked into his office Monday morning. Finally taking the transfer? How'd you know? Son, I've been doing this 30 years. I know when a man needs a fresh start. He slid the paperwork across. Position in Riverside still open. Same rank, slight pay bump. Far enough? 3 hours north. It's perfect. They need you in 2 weeks. That work? I can do 1. My truck was worth more than I owed. Ramon's friend, a contractor, needed a reliable vehicle and had cash. $18,000 in my pocket. I bought a used Honda for $6. Reliable. Forgettable. Perfect for disappearing. The DNA test was the hardest part. Needed a lawyer for that. You sure you want to do this? Patricia, an old family friend with a practice downtown, looked at me over her glasses. Once you know. I already know. Just need it official. The mother has to be notified if you file. Not filing anything. Just want the test. For me. She arranged it. Rushed processing. Said I'd have results in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I'd be long gone by then. Tuesday night, I sat in Ramon's guest room, typing out a message I wouldn't send yet. Simple. Clean. You wanted the perfect man for her? Congratulations. You got him. Along with the bill. Ramon knocked. You good? Getting there. For what it's worth, I never liked her. You said she was perfect for me. I said she was pretty. There's a difference. Wednesday, I cleared out my locker at the station. Thursday, signed the papers for the transfer. Friday, finished the last details. Closed credit cards. Changed insurance beneficiaries. Removed myself from every shared subscription, every joint account, every trace of our combined life. Saturday morning, I was gone. New city. New apartment. New start. The DNA results came exactly 3 weeks later, forwarded from Patricia's office. Probability of paternity, 0%. I stared at the paper. Official confirmation of what I already knew. Time to send that message. Added the screenshot to my draft. Typed in 3 numbers, Lena, Vivian, and one more I'd found through some digging, Tucker. My thumb hovered over send. I hit send. The message was simple. Screenshot of the DNA results. Then, you wanted the perfect man for her? Congratulations. You got him. Along with the bill. 30 seconds later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. Then another call. Another. By the 10th call in 2 minutes, I turned the phone off and went for a run. When I turned it back on that evening, I had 47 missed calls from unknown numbers and 1 text from Ramon. Holy S word, dude. Brianna just posted your DNA results on Instagram. It's everywhere. I hadn't expected that. Should've, maybe. Brianna always was a chaos agent with a conscience. The calls found their way to the fire station within a week. Captain Torres in Riverside was not amused. Had a pregnant woman here yesterday, he said, arms crossed. Security had to escort her out. She had a baby with her. Won't happen again. Better not. I don't care what your past is, but keep it away from my house. The flying monkeys came next. Her friends, cousins, even people I'd never met, somehow finding my new number. You need to man up. That baby needs a father. How can you be so cruel? She made a mistake. Don't punish an innocent child. I responded to exactly none of them. Through the grapevine, Ramon, who heard from Brianna, who couldn't keep her mouth shut if her life depended on it, I learned what happened after. Tucker had disappeared to Denver the moment my message arrived. Just packed up his commercial real estate life and vanished. Apparently, his parents were less than thrilled about their golden boy scandal going public. Vivian's reputation took the biggest hit. Screenshot went viral in their country club circle. The retired family court lawyer who orchestrated her daughter's affair while a good man raised another man's baby? She went from social queen to pariah in about 48 hours. Her book club kicked her out. The charity board she sat on requested her resignation. Lena had the baby. A boy. Ramon showed me one picture from social media before I asked him to stop. She was smiling in it, but her eyes looked hollow. The comments section was brutal. 6 months into my new life, I made lieutenant. Youngest in Riverside's department history. The promotion came with a raise and my own crew. Good guys who didn't ask about my past, just cared that I had their backs in a fire. That's where I met Delia. Pediatric nurse at Riverside General. Brought coffee to the station after we saved a kid from a house fire. Smart, funny, gorgeous in scrubs, and absolutely no tolerance for BS word. So what's your deal? She asked on our third date. Good-looking firefighter, no ring, new in town? You're either divorced or running from something. Both, kind of. Want to talk about it? So I told her. Everything. She listened, sipped her wine, and when I finished, said, "Good for you, that's it? What do you want me to say? That you should have stayed? Raised another man's kid while they laughed behind your back?" She shook her head. "You know your worth. That's attractive. We've been together 8 months now. Simple. Honest. No games." Which brings me to yesterday. A wedding invitation arrived at the station, forwarded from my old address. Lena and some investment banker named Harrison. The note attached was in her handwriting. "Fabian, I know I have no right to ask, but please come. I need closure. We need closure. The baby needs to know the man who almost was his father. Please." I stood there in the station kitchen, holding this thick, expensive cardstock, and felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. No pull to respond. Delia found me there an hour later when she stopped by with lunch. "You okay?" She took the invitation, read it, whistled low. The audacity. "Yeah. You going to respond?" I took the invitation from her, walked to the trash can, dropped it in. "Already did." She kissed me. "Good answer. Now come on, I brought Thai food." That's the thing about silence. Sometimes it says more than words ever could. They wanted the perfect man? They got him. They wanted me to raise another man's baby? They got that dream too, just without me in it. My phone buzzes sometimes with unknown numbers. I don't answer. The past keeps calling, but I'm not home. Because the best revenge isn't the money I took, the screenshots Brianna posted, or the reputations destroyed. It's the life I'm living without them. And it's F-word beautiful. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.